Hi, my name is Holly Draper, and I'm the CEO and managing partner of the Draper Law Firm in McKinney, Texas. One of the most common questions I get asked in any child custody proceeding or divorce case that involves minor children relates to child support. And will one side or the other have to pay it, and how much is it going to be? The Texas Family Code only addresses child support when the possession schedule is a standard possession order or an expanded standard possession order. That is your traditional custody schedule where you have a primary parent and the other parent is getting first, third, and fifth weekends every Thursday during the school year, every other holiday, and 30 days in the summer. If you have a primary parent and the non primary parent has something comparable to that or standard possession, then the Texas Family Code gives us guidelines for calculating child support. In that scenario, the income of the primary parent is completely irrelevant. Primary parent could make $0 or $1 million, and it is not relevant to the child support calculation. The only income we look at is the income of the non primary parent. And we use a percentage of net income up to a certain cap. Right now, the cap is the first 9,200 in net resources per month. That hits about $150,000, $160,000 a year. It varies because the cost of health insurance for the child is factored in. And we're looking at net income. We're not looking at the take home pay this person is receiving to their bank account every week. That's because sometimes people will have too much withheld for taxes or too little, or they're having money withheld for their 401k, or they're having money taken out that is not going to actually reduce their net income for purposes of child support calculations. So when we're calculating child support, we're always going to start with the gross income. We're going to use our calculator online to determine the correct amount of taxes, account for the cost of health insurance for the child, and then we get to the net resources. So the percentage guidelines vary depending on how many children are involved in our particular lawsuit with these two parents. And does the non primary parent who is paying child support also have other children that he or she is responsible for supporting financially? If the only children that the non primary parent has are party to this lawsuit, then we have 20% for the first child. If there's two children, it goes to 25, three children, 30%, four children, 35%, five children, 40%. If there are other children for whom the non primary parent is obligated to support, then the percentage for the children in our case will go down. So, for example, if there's one child at issue in this suit and the non primary parent has one other child that he or she is responsible for supporting, then the percentage goes from 20% down to 17.5%. And there are charts that show, how many kids in this suit, how many kids outside of this suit, and what the calculation should be. If your possession schedule is something other than a standard possession order or expanded standard or something comparable, then it's a lot less clear what the child support obligation would be. For example, in a 50-50 schedule, which there is nothing about 50-50 in the family code, either possession or child support, but we do see it a lot. If the parents make comparable income, usually we're not going to see either party paying child support to the other, and we will see parents splitting expenses. However, if we have one parent that makes substantially more than the other, that parent is most likely going to still be paying child support even in a 50-50 schedule. The majority of the time, and if I've ever asked a court for this, I've always gotten it. We do an offset. That means we calculate how much would mom pay under the guidelines, how much would dad pay under the guidelines, and whoever makes more money pays the difference. So if the guidelines say that mom's child support obligation would be $2,000 a month, and the guidelines say that dad's child support obligation would be $1,000 a month, then mom would be paying dad $1,000 a month in that situation in a 50-50 schedule. If one parent's income is way over the cap, so if somebody's making several $100,000 a year and they're way over the cap, that parent could still end up paying full guideline child support even in a 50-50 schedule. Hopefully, that helps answer a few questions anyone has about child support in Texas. If you need additional information, you can check out our website and find our information in our description. Thanks.